The new Zootopia show dropped on Disney+. This show, Zootopia+, is a new short-form show featuring side stories from the characters in Disney's Zootopia. It's a cute show, and you should definitely check it out if you have Disney+, especially if you loved Zootopia. I watched it as soon as it was released because I was super excited for it, and I wanted to point out how this show actually has some of the craziest and darkest jokes I've ever heard in any Disney show ever. So, spoilers ahead, and quick disclaimer, this show is rated PG, parental guidance suggested. None of my videos are made for children, but for all you parents out there, this video will definitely show you exactly why this is rated PG and not G. So last call for spoilers, and on to the craziest quips and the darkest jokes in Disney's Zootopia+. In episode 1, Hop on Board, Judy's parents are seeing Judy off as she goes to the city. As the train pulls out of the station, Bonnie and Stu realize that another one of their 276 children, young baby Molly, has climbed aboard the train trying to follow her sister. The parents jump into action. Bonnie hotwires their pickup truck after Stu accidentally loses the keys, and the two speed after the moving train. After catching up to the train, Bonnie tells Stu to take the wheel so she can get onto the moving train to save Molly. Instead, Stu tells her no, she's the driver, and he decides to hop on board the moving train to save their daughter instead. Before getting onto said moving train, Stu tells Bonnie the kids would miss her more anyway, and Bonnie agrees with him. At least they're honest with each other, but I've never heard something like this in a Disney show where the parents discuss who lives and who dies to save the kids based on who the kids would need more if the other were to disappear. And I know you might be thinking, that's not that dark, but trust me when I say that that's the most wholesome thing in this entire video. In episode 2, The Real Rodents of Rodentia, Frou Frou the shrew is trying to decide which of her friends will be the best shrew of honor for her upcoming wedding. This whole episode is shot like a reality show, and I would watch 11 seasons of just The Real Rodents of Little Rodentia. So as Frou Frou is trying to pick between her friends, including one friend who just left prison with an actual house arrest bracelet on her ankle, when suddenly her cousin True True arrives in a flashy entrance. Frou Frou is displeased by her cousin's arrival, worried she'll mess up her wedding. I'll skip the drama, but the two emotionally distanced cousins become close again after Frou Frou realizes True True remembered all the details for her wedding and even includes an homage to Frou Frou's deceased mother. The two girls are friends and all seems well. However, True True decides to swap out the bouquet at the last minute with some night howlers, which might seem familiar as they're the very same night howlers in Zootopia that turn the civilized animals into savage beasts. The bouquet is thrown in the wedding, and all the bridesmaids inhale the night howler pollen, causing the bridesmaids to attack all the wedding guests and causing True True to maul and viciously attack her own cousin. If animal attacks aren't unhinged enough for you, well then this next one's for you. In episode 4 of Zootopia+, The Godfather of the Bride, Mr. Big, the head of the Shrew family and father of True True, recounts his youth when he and his grandmother first came to Zootopia. He quickly found out there was crime in the city after he witnessed a kidnapping as a young child. To cheer him up, his grandmother gives him a bicycle, which he uses to deliver her baked goods to the community. However, the bad guys find out about the shrews making money, so the rhino and his cronies break his bicycle, destroy his grandmother's restaurant, and intimidate his friends. Mr. Big's grandmother begs him to hide, but he decides to stand up to the bullies. The community works together, capturing the criminal and literally icing him. If you're not aware, in the mafia, to ice someone means to take them out forever, to put them on ice, if you will. The community then helps to rebuild the bakery, but what's disturbing about that? Well, in one of the ending scenes, Mr. Big and his polar bear friend are grinding ice blocks to keep the other animals cool in the city. You can see here that Mr. Rhino is in line to be grinded up, and he knows it. But there's more. When I saw this next episode, I was flabbergasted, and it's actually what made me want to make a video about this show in the first place. In episode 3, Duke the Musical, we follow the story of Duke the Weasel, who's leaving the police station after serving his sentence due to wreaking havoc in Little Rodentia. Duke wants to be big time, because Zootopia sees him as a small-time crook. He's tired of being disrespected and embarrassed by being a small-time crook, so he imagines a variety of scenarios where he can be a big-time crook. He can cheat, swindle, steal, and in this case, he can even put someone under to harvest their organs? Yes, literally. And here are the dancing kidneys to prove it. And if that's still not dark enough for you, after his fantasy ends, he tries to do his first good deed by returning a stolen wallet to an old goat woman that he originally stole from. As he goes to give back the wallet, he lures her into the street, where she's swiftly hit by a truck. He has a split second of hesitation before he goes full Lou Bloom from Nightcrawler and steals the cash from the money truck, makes a dash, and sings a tune while running from the cops, all while the old goat woman waits for help in her mangled form. So thanks for watching. I know this isn't a Disney Dreamlight Valley video, nor does it have anything to do with video games at all, really, but I don't want to keep myself in a box. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this video about the organ trade, and leave a comment if you were surprised by anything in this video. I honestly did think this show was hilarious and worth a watch, if you can stomach